first victory after a historical triumph. Hello everyone, Mr. Yi here, and today we're going to take a look at Argentina's 3-1 away victory against Venezuela in the South America World Cup Qualifiers. Just like the Copa America final, Lionel Scaloni fashioned a 4-4-2 formation with Emiliano Martinez in goal. The defense is made up by Acuna, Otamendi, Pezzella, and Molina. Angel Di Maria is once again given the preference over Nicolas Gonzalez in the midfield, supported by Lo Celso, Guido Rodriguez, and Rodrigo de Paul. Lionel Messi and Lautaro Martinez were deployed as the two forwards. On paper and quality, Venezuela is definitely not comparable to Argentina, but a slight concern was 4 of the starting players already have a booking in hand. Another booking in this match would mean suspension against Brazil in the next game. On paper, Lo Celso was deployed on the wide midfield position, but in game, the Spurs number 18 would constantly drift into the center, leaving Acuna to provide attacking width on the left. Guido was responsible for providing cover behind them to destroy any opportunities Venezuela may have on the counter. On the opposite side, Di Maria is responsible for stretching the Venezuelan defense on the right, with the support of Molina. But compared to the final, the Paris Saint-Germain midfielder's performance was mediocre. He had 2 great opportunities to put his mark on the game, but his decisions were questionable. Argentina's attack went primarily through the center, with the talents of Lo Celso, De Paul, and Messi. Venezuela, on the other hand, seldom created any noticeable chances. They relied heavily on their number 10 Jefferson Soteldo, who was their best player in the morning with 1 goal, 3 key passes, and 2 dribbles. As expected, Argentina went out aggressively for the quick opener, but the first turning point of the game was not a goal. Instead, it was a brutal tackle by Adrian Martinez towards Messi that could have easily broken his leg. Luckily for the number 10, he was still able to continue. Martinez was subsequently sent off with some VAR assistance. Personally, I believe Martinez deserves further punishment, because those sorts of tackles can easily end a player's career and therefore must not be tolerated. Martinez's signing off further blunted Venezuela's already ineffective attacks, and Argentina finally got their lead in the 47th minute when Lo Celso played Lautaro in with a brilliant through pass, allowing the Inter Milan forward to get his 3rd goal of the qualifying campaign. Sliding in an interesting fact here, this is our 9th first-half goal in the qualifiers campaign so far, as opposed to our 1 second-half goal against Bolivia last year. Lautaro's goal pretty much meant the second half had already lost its meaning. Venezuela were pinned deep into their own third for almost the entire 50 minutes or so. This allowed Scaloni to take off the likes of Di Maria, Lo Celso, and De Paul to conserve their stamina against Brazil. In the 71st minute, Joaquin Correa finished the game after a quick series of 1-2s with Messi and Lautaro. Angel Correa then replicated the almost exact same process 3 minutes later. And that was game over for Venezuela. The home side did pull 1 goal back in the final minutes when Soteldo was fouled by Papu Gomez, but it came too little too late to make a difference. This is a beautiful victory for Scaloni's men after their Copa America triumph. Prior to the Copa America, Scaloni's men dropped 4 crucial points against Chile and Colombia, but the bright side was, Argentina was still able to clinch 2nd place with a 3-point lead. With Brazil coming up next, Argentina will have a chance to shorten this 6-point gap should they achieve a victory. The most exciting thing I saw from this game was the chemistry between our forwards. The 1-2s and interchanging passes throughout the game actually reminded me of the Barcelona I'm used to seeing 6 years ago. Our 2nd and 3rd goals were perfect examples to this. If it hadn't been for their goalkeeper Farinas, we definitely would have walked away with at least 2 more goals. In addition, we didn't pick up a single booking this game, while some of our most crucial players, such as De Paul, Lo Celso, and Di Maria, were all given a breather thanks to our substitutes. Brazil, on the other hand, have to deal with the suspension of Marquinhos. This will be a big blow to Tite's tactical setup, while Scaloni himself will have all the options available to assess. My biggest question will be his choice between Angel Di Maria and Nicolas Gonzalez. Will he start Di Maria to aim for the opening goal? Or will he play Nicolas Gonzalez first to wear down Brazil with his field coverage? One thing is for certain, Brazil is a much tougher opponent than Venezuela. Scaloni definitely won't adopt such a bold approach like today against Tite's men. Will Argentina get another victory in Brazil's home ground? Or will Brazil get their revenge for the Copa America final 2 months earlier? We'll find out. So please leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to respond and improve myself. Thank you for watching.
need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show. And